It's that time again, yes, a new one. They bout to make a bunch of resolutions, but tell me, is that really a solution? If you ain't about to change the things you're doing, well, okay, you can have it your way. It's for me and mine, we'll take the time, stop what we're doing and pray. We heard the word, we seek Him first and what He got to say. We make the plans and seek the man, ain't got no time to play. Hey, shit, I'm in it to win it. See, I know this thing a marathon when they trying to sprint it. And if you got something to say, well, if you want, you can get it. Taking Tara to the nations, I'll be back in a minute. And we, this got to be my year. This got to be my year. This my year. This got to be my year. This got to be my year, my year, my year. I already made that clear. Ain't gotta have no fear. It's my year. It's about to be my year. It's about to be my year, my year, my year.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. It's your girl Ebony J with Minding Your Business Mondays, where we inform, we motivate, and we celebrate entrepreneurs. I just want to tell y'all, it's my year, it's your year, it's about to be your year for every year after that. Believe in yourself. We're going to jump right into this wonderful, amazing interview. We have a very special guest who is a very talented creator, just create all kinds of specialness going on. Without further ado, let me introduce y'all to the one, the only, Rye Vaughn. Hey girl, hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you, love?
I can't complain. We doing
Okay.
good. You looking good today?
Thanks, Boo. You too. I like the new hair. It's
Thank you, thank
cute.
you. And you
It's
know, you gotta
cute.
try something new every so often.
Right. Yes,
Tell the
exactly.
people who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Rye. I'm located in Indianapolis, Indiana. I specialize in large scale corporate balloon decor. So if you wanted to make a microphone out of balloons, then I'm the girl you would call for that.
Oh, she said she getting creative. So what kind of things have you made out of balloons?
Um, a lot of things actually. So I just returned back to my city from Kansas City, Missouri, where we built a toy town. So we built like a village out of balloons for um, a nonprofit called Operation Breakthrough. So they specialize in teaching like minority youth in that area about engineering, mathematics, robotics, just STEM programs. So we built this for them so they could see how ballooning and engineering kind of tie into each other.
Oh wow, that's dope. So how long do something like that take?
So that took about 4 days and 60 people, and it took a year for the organizers to plan it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy in depth. We used about 130,000 balloons on that one.
Oh Lord. Do y'all have
Yeah.
help like tying them? Cause I had my suicide prevention event and I blew up all these balloons and I got the tie and I tried to use this little thing that's supposed to make it tying easy, but it just made it
Yeah.
difficult for me. And I was like, I see how people charge so much because there's a lot of balloons to tie. So that's
It's a
a lot of
lot.
balloons.
It was a lot of balloons and it was a lot of work, but it was really worth it to see the kids and to raise the funds to be able to give to the operation.
That's super dope. I'm definitely gonna have to check out those pictures. Are they on your
Mhm.
page?
They are. They are. So go on there and check them out. We built like a 10-foot tall Christmas tree. We built a gigantic cherry pie, a cute little carousel, all these big, huge houses. It was just crazy. There's like a gigantic black Santa Claus that I didn't personally build, but one of my friends did, and it's amazing. You have to check it out.
Oh my god, that's so super, super, super dope. How long have you been doing this?
So I started as a hobby about 5 years ago, and I converted over into an actual business 3 years ago. Well, 3 years in March.
Nice, nice. What made you say, you know what? It's time to make this a business.
So I was a social worker prior to this, and I worked for the Department of Community Corrections where I live, and it sucked. Like my clients are okay, but the upper management just wasn't. And so I was like, yeah, I can't take this anymore. I'm gonna have to go out on my own leap of faith and see what happens. And that's what I did. Ironically, though, right after I quit my job, COVID pretty much shut down the world. So there were no parties or events happening at all. So I was like, dang, did I just make a horrible decision? But it all worked out in the end. So
Nice. So since we're on that, and COVID definitely challenged a lot of things. A lot of people, rest in peace to those who we have lost during that time. But also with the devastation that COVID brought, it also made people trust themselves more.
hmm
It made people lean on themselves more. It made people get to know themselves more. And a lot of businesses was created during that time. Some stayed and some fell off, but some are like still really thriving.
yeah.
So with that being said, like what was the challenges that you faced with quitting your job, COVID taking place, no parties been going on. This was your big idea to,
Right.
you know, be the party
Right.
lady. What challenges did you face and how did you maneuver through those challenges?
So being deemed as a non-essential business, I actually had to close down for 4 months when COVID first impacted my city. So in that process, I had to pivot and think, okay, how can I do this job if nobody is having any events and nobody's celebrating anything? So what I started to do was outdoor decor. So I would decorate people's yards. So it didn't require me
Mm.
to come inside their house. So they didn't have to worry about catching COVID from me or me catching COVID from them. But they were able to still, bring their kids out and take photos,
Um,
which is how the whole drive-by baby shower thing started. People started to host baby showers just outside. You would just drop the gifts off and they would still put decorations out, but nobody was actually partying. So I did that coupled with daily deliveries. So I was making deliveries to people, whether if they were sick, I had a get well basket. You can get you this balloon arrangement and it's all geared towards a person getting well. If they were having a bad mental health day, I had a mental wellness arrangement that people could get. If it was their birthday, their anniversary, just whatever people weren't celebrating, I was bringing the party to them. And that's kind of how my business started to kind of take off.
that is really dope. Like I never would have thought of that. A balloon arrangement. So did you
hmm
still create? You still created? I'm assuming some kind of piece out from the balloons, or was it just
hmm
okay? So you did. So it was like
Yeah.
miniature.
Yeah. So instead of it being like a full column, it's like a small tabletop display. And then I would take it pretty much anywhere in Indianapolis. So if you wanted to send it to your job, you could send it to your job. You don't have to see them. Even if you are in California and the person's in Indianapolis, you would just hire me to take it to them and I would take it to them. Kind of like an edible arrangement, but it's made
Yeah.
out of balloons instead.
That's freaking dope. Do you still do that? Because
Yes, I do.
I say that seemed like a
Yeah.
pretty dope thing to do, and something that could clearly last through whatever.
Right.
And that's dope, girl. You made me want to do balloons, but I know that ain't my talent, so I'm gonna stay away from that. And let you go ahead and do that.
It's funny. It's
um.
definitely harder than it looks.
Oh
For
no,
sure.
for sure. Because I'm a person who will try some stuff, and I was like, yeah, and needless to say, I blew up all them balloons and didn't use them. But I did put them in my in my closet and like take pictures with them, and I
Yeah.
still have them. So I'm gonna do something with those pictures. I think I probably posted like maybe a few on my page, but yeah, that's gonna be content for later. But I was like,
Yeah.
we're gonna use these balloons for something else.
Yes, and use those pictures. Everything is content.
Yes, yes. So how do you? Since we're talking about COVID and how you had to, how do you deal with stress? How do you get rid of your stress?
Um,
Yeah, you wasn't ready for that one.
yeah, because I don't really have probably the best stress reducing habits.
Okay.
I tend to, if I'm stressed out, just kind of isolate and watch things that I like to watch
Okay.
or do things that I like to do.
Okay.
So if it's an overwhelming day, then I might just say, forget everything I had planned for the day, and I'm gonna go get my eyebrows done and get something to eat. And I'll worry about all that stuff tomorrow.
So
Because then
let's
tomorrow
yeah.
comes and I'm in a better, headspace.
You know what? That's not really a bad thing because sometimes we do just have to stop, pause, and just say, you know what? First of all, I need to fix these glasses. Uh,
Yeah.
sometimes you just, and I'm just gonna take them off because they still
You were
seem.
already debating if you wanted to wear them, so yeah, just take them
We're
off.
just gonna
They
take
don't
them
want to be
off
seen.
because me just gonna take them off. So sometimes you gotta pivot, like I just had to pivot.
Exactly.
And sometimes you just gotta stop and say, you know what, this is too much. Let me go do something that maybe I needed to do for myself, self care, or maybe I didn't. But hey, sometimes we
Do it
just gotta
anyway.
pause and to say, you know what, it's a self care day, self care
Hmm.
hour, whatever it is to get you out of that space because stress freaking kills.
Yeah,
Stress
indeed,
kills.
it does. It does.
Um, and some other ways to like de-stress is listening to affirmations.
Hmm.
Even if you're not like consciously listening to it, have it on so your subconscious can listen to it and then start saying the stuff that they're saying, like repeating after them. Even if you don't believe it in that moment, repeat because affirmations that really helped me when I was sad, mad. Sometimes I was say along with it, sometimes I couldn't. But when I got to the point where I could say with it, I didn't believe it all the time.
Right.
It wasn't a belief. I knew that I have to change my mind on what was taught to me, what was put into me,
Hmm.
and what I put upon myself.
Right.
So those are like that's one way that you can help distress, and then always helping someone else can take your mind off of whatever it is you got going on in your problems, and before
Yeah.
you know it, either your problems smooth over because sometimes it's just something that's out of our control, and then sometimes like while you're helping someone, you get an idea or you get a feeling or you get some kind of way of fixing your issue,
Yeah.
or at least being able to, if you can't fix it, be able to deal with it and be a part of it while you're going through it. Because sometimes it's just out of your control. You just got to ride the wave,
Right. Absolutely.
and that's part of it. Now, do you believe in giving back?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I give back a lot. So that um trip that I was just telling you about, the one in Kansas City, that is a part of giving back because we don't get paid for that. We drive down to wherever it's at. We
Mm,
set this up and we raise funds for those organizations just because. Just because it's a fun thing to do. Um, Separately from that, I do my own event that I host every year called the Black Owned Holiday Bazaar. Well, I bring in different Black owned businesses from around Indianapolis and allow them a platform to sell their items, and then I give away free gifts and free crafts to the community. So anybody who attends gets to
ooh,
partake in this free gift, free craft. We give out books written by Black artists featuring Black characters. And we just kind of try to highlight our blackness
I
and
love it.
celebrate what we are and stimulate the local black economy because if we don't, who's gonna do it? Uh-oh, I think we got froze. I think we froze. You with me?
Who we are.
Okay, so you were
I heard you
froze for
say
a second.
celebrate who we are. We
Oh yeah,
did.
yeah,
We
yeah.
definitely
So
froze.
we did. That's okay. It happens. Yeah, celebrate who we are. Celebrate that we exist, our black businesses. That sometimes people or entrepreneurs may come from very dire circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
and it's important to uplift them and provide them with a different platform that they may not have been able to obtain on their own, and it gives the world an opportunity to see them because oftentimes we are not visible.
I agree. That's super dope. First of all, that's super dope with the first one with the balloons. That's major. I didn't know that you all are doing that for free, and that's a lot of
Yeah,
balloons. So that's definitely.
yeah. And it's worse than free because we pay to have that opportunity, which is how they're able to
Oh,
afford the materials for us to then inflate them. So that's the second one that I did this year. The first one I did in July. I went down to Orlando for a week and built a resort called Give Kids the World, which is a non for profit that caters to Make a Wish children. So they'll bring them and their entire family down there, and they just whatever they want to do, they make sure it gets done. They do Christmas every week. They do all the holidays every week. They have a little 6 foot rabbit that tucks the kids into bed, and they have a
Um,
train and ice cream for breakfast, and just kind of celebrating those children. So we did that in July, and it was 350 artists from around the world for that one. We used 500,000 balloons on that one, and we raised $52,000 in the course of like 2 days. It took us like 4 days to build it, and then they did 2 days of like solid fundraising, and we were able to raise $52,000. So it was a really great experience. It was amazing to see um, some of those children. You have to realize like they may never get the opportunity again because they might not even make it to the very next day.
yeah.
So to be able to give them something that is truly like once in a lifetime, it was just so valuable to me that now I'm hooked. So every time they host one, I just pay my little money and I go and just
Oh my
build
God.
our stuff for the kids.
Nice, nice. So when you go, I'm assuming because y'all have to pay, I'm assuming does any of that cover your lodging or is everything completely on y'all?
Yeah, so we pay for all of it. They organize it. So they make our hotel plan for us, they make our food plans for us, and then we just pay.
You
We
just
just
pay
pay
whatever
one
the
fee.
amount
Yep.
is.
Yep, we just pay and then they divvy it up to whoever it goes to. And it just makes a very easy process. When you're like working for 8 hours a day for free, you don't have to worry about eating. Like, they got you. They got you on the food and they got you on the drinks. And it just, yeah, it's much easier than if I were to do something like that here and then have to like organize all of it.
I like that. That's dope. I didn't that's dope. That's really, really, really dope. Oh, that's dope. Like I'm like, I don't even know what to say after that. Wow, like that's my first time hearing, how those type of things operate.
Yeah.
One of the ways that they operate. What is your why? What why did you get started?
Um,
Besides the fact that your job was horrible, or is that the only
right.
reason?
Um, that was the reason why I went full time.
Mhm.
But the reason why I keep going is because my business, I feel like I owe my business my life. At the point in which I started, I was a very like severely depressed person. Um, I used to have a lot of suicidal ideations. I had been hospitalized a few times,
Mhm.
and I needed something to do. I needed something to like hold on to, and my business gave me that because there was always somebody counting on me. Like if I didn't show up, then I'm sure their event would have been ruined. So that kind of kept me going until I eventually got to the point where those weren't even thoughts that crossed my mind and could no longer ever be something that crossed my mind because I have too many things to do. I have too many events. I have too many people that are like, whoa, what happened to her? So, but at the time it just I needed that hope and I needed to spread the joy so that I could see that there was a reason for it. So I
Mm.
had to spread the joy through balloons, which is a part of why I started my delivery service. I can remember back when COVID very first started and they canceled all the graduations here. So, like, none of those
Yeah.
seniors got to celebrate what they had been working for pretty much their whole entire life.
Yeah.
So, I took nominations from people's parents to receive a free balloon arrangement that was congratulating them for graduating high school.
Wow.
So that was like probably the very first like moment I could give back and kind of let them know like we're all in this together. It's not just you. This is hard for all of us, but your accomplishment didn't go unnoticed.
That is Oh man, that's amazing. That is amazing. I'm so glad you're still here. I'm
Thanks.
so glad that you didn't win on the suicide attempts. I'm so glad that you found something to hold on a little while longer, which turned into a lot longer, which turned
Right.
into you realizing that the world really needs you. Like you
Yeah.
are needed, you know. You have a special place in this world, and I want you to always, always, always remember that. even when it don't seem like that, I need you to always remember that you are needed and you are here for a
Okay.
purpose.
I will. I definitely will. Thank you.
Um, every year I have a suicide prevention event. I just had my second annual one in September. And
Congratulations.
I'm doing more like speaking on it. I went to my first elementary school to talk about it, which it was like sad because, it was a few kids that, of course, had those thoughts as well.
Hmm.
And I know it happens in kids. And that was like the reason why I decided to start doing it because I'm like, it's getting out of control and the numbers
Yeah.
are rising. And just thinking about like when I first thought about it, when I actually, my one and only actual attempt, but not the last time of me thinking about it, I was a kid,
Hmm.
and sometimes like we feel like it's over and we don't have purpose or whatever we're going through at that moment is just too much. But
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that I did not succeed those years ago. I'm grateful that when those thoughts came across my mind years later, that like I said, I found something to hold on to. Could have whether it was someone telling me that they needed me, not realizing that what the thoughts that was going on in my head, that they were
Right.
actually saving me,
Hmm.
and helping me see the value in myself. So I know it's a battle, and even when they go away, I feel like they kind of lay dormant.
Hmm.
And if you don't constantly feed the opposite of that, then it can creep in and it can sneak in. And that's why it's important for us to talk about it more and to, help someone else. And
Yeah.
what you did during the COVID with the balloons and nominating, like you didn't have to do that. And I'm sure whoever won or whoever you took the balloon pieces to, I'm sure that brought life and light to their life. And I'm sure it probably helped them push along. Because I can't, I was able to graduate. I was able to walk across the stage. I was able to do those things. I was
Right.
able to go to prom. So I can't imagine, getting excited. You done picked out your dress, your tux, and everything
Right.
just to find out, like, hey, it's canceled. Hey, you can't walk
Right.
across the stage. And that's devastating.
Hmm.
So thank you for doing your part.
Thank you. And thank you for doing yours. It
Thank
is
you.
very, very important that we talk about mental health and remove some of that stigma because it's so stigmatized and everybody thinks everybody's depression is the same and it all looks the same, it all functions the same, and we're all sad. No, everybody is not actually sad outwardly sad.
Mm-mm.
It's the people who are highly successful, just like Twitch. You just never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And that was me, like outwardly, for the most part, I was happy. I was, because I did understand. Like, one thing about me, I never wanted to put my burdens on people.
Hmm.
So you wouldn't know what was going on with me unless you just had a
Right.
real strong sense of something's not right.
Right.
So I'm one of those. I can be happy, smiling, helping you out, and inside battling my own thing. And
Hmm.
Twitch was one of too many people to show you that depression don't always look sad.
Right.
It's
Absolutely. It does
it's
not always
it's a
look bad.
happy, it's a angry, it's
Yes,
a sad.
absolutely.
Different people do things different. And then when you talk to people, you realize that we have so much more in common, and we all
Hmm.
done been through something probably so dark that you thought, oh, I'm want to isolate a few, but it's a lot of us that has a lot of childhood trauma
Yeah.
that has to be healed. So I really, over the past few years, I've really been going back to childhood trauma and even adult trauma and finding out, like, okay, what makes me feel this way? Like, what was the first incident that gave me this feeling
Right.
that this incident is now reminding me of that incident? So
Hmm.
it's a work in progress. And I just want to encourage you and everyone watching that if you are sad, if you are having those thoughts, it's okay to not be okay. You don't
Right.
always have to be the strong one. You don't always have to be the positive one. It's okay to let people know that you are hurting or that you need help or that you just need to be held or you just need to be in someone's presence,
Yeah.
and sometimes, you got to learn to deal with yourself. But if you're at a point where you're having those suicidal thoughts and you can't shake it, and before you even get to the planning part, because some people plan their stuff out. Mine's just a let's go, we about to do it right now, type of thing. But some people, they plan their stuff out. So just know it's okay and find someone that you can talk to. And my inbox is always open. People tend to, give me their life story anyway. And I used to wonder, like, God, why don't people just
Why you
like
telling me everything?
tell me all that? I actually don't mind it. Like I actually, like, I'm honored. I feel honored. But it just always made me wonder, like, what made her feel like I was the
Tell me
person
that.
that
Yeah.
let this out to, but
Right.
now I embraced it over the years. I'm able to convert with them like, no, it's fine. Obviously God said that I was your safe space, so go ahead.
Hmm.
And now I'm starting to understand why I'm the one that people come to and release those things to.
Yeah.
And like I'm learning, like, because I'm like, oh Lord, I got so much going on in my head and so much that I
Hmm.
know because I don't talk. Like some things,
Yeah.
like you just don't have to tell me. Like don't tell nobody, because I'm just automatically assuming you don't want nobody to know, or you would have
Right.
broadcasted
When you
it. That's
told me, I thought it was just for me to know.
now if you want somebody else to know, I assume that you told them. But
Right.
so I feel like it's my brain was just constantly doing this. And then like I had to find a way to release those things too, because you do hold on to it and it do go. But no,
Hmm.
I'm not telling nobody, but hey God, look, it's a lot going on in his head. I need you to give me a little clean slate,
Yeah.
empty it out, put it in the reserve or wherever it needs to go, but
Hmm.
clear it out.
Right. Get it out of me. Hmm.
And just like make sure y'all are paying attention to your friends, paying attention to your
Hmm.
family, watching if anything is changing, if they are talking to you about it or mentioning stuff or saying little stuff, don't take it lightly. Don't take it as
Right.
a cry for help. Too many times we take it as, oh, they're just trying to get attention. No,
Right.
no.
Right.
Because it's hard to
Hmm.
tell someone that you're thinking about freaking killing yourself. That's hard.
Right.
We're not just out here
Right.
like, hey, I want to kill myself.
Every day, like, oh, you
Like,
know
what's
what?
up? What's up?
Hey, it was a good day, but I'm thinking
So
about maybe jumping off a cliff.
yeah. So if someone's coming to you with that, like, please don't take it lightly. Please look into it. Please see what you can do. If you can't help them, please find somebody that can, because we are all in this together, y'all. We are all in this together. Each and every last one of us have people that we are tied to, people that we are responsible for. So if they end up taking their life, that means so many other people that they were supposed to come in contact with won't get whatever they was supposed to get from them. So let's work together. We in this together.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. What have you given up for yourself? Like, what have you said, you know what? Because I want this, and I know in order to get this, I'm gonna have to sacrifice this, even though I like it, I love it, I want it, but I'm gonna sacrifice this so I can get this.
Mm. You know, I have to say time with my kids. There
Mm.
was a period of time where I did not get to see them often or be with them often because I had to work so much to get to the point that I'm currently at now, where now I can get off work at 4 o'clock every day and I'm okay. But there was a point in which when I was working full time and then also trying to get this established, that I was working literally like 100 hours a week at my regular job because I was doing 40 hours
Oh,
in the case manager role, and then I would go and I would work another 8 hour shift at night in their call center.
oh wow.
And then I would work 24-hour shifts and 48-hour shifts in the call center on the weekend because my actual job role was only Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. So I had to do that for a month just to
Mm.
get like enough of everything. Like I needed to, because I at a point I quit one job and was waiting on that one to start. I didn't have any checks coming in. So I had to do it to catch up. And then after I had to catch up, it was Christmas time. So then I needed to do it to Christmas for Christmas. And then I was going to my very first balloon convention, and that stuff is not cheap. So I had to work hard to get the money to be able to pay for my room and my ticket and my I drove there, so I had to pay for my gas and get my car serviced and and then come back and then just quit that entire job. And it was like, oh, all right, well, I guess this is what we're doing now.
This where we
Yeah,
at.
this is our life now. So yeah, so that time that year was hard. But again, like I said, then COVID shut the world down, so my kids had nowhere to go. They was just at home with me. No, no school, no daycare, no nothing. You just get to be at home with me,
Nice,
and and now we make sure that we do movie night. Like we do movie night like 3 times a week,
nice.
and they're constantly in my personal space. So I don't even think for them it registers as it being a sacrifice, but for me it does because they might not have thought about the fact that we weren't together often, but I did.
Yeah,
And it weighed on me heavy.
yeah.
And there would be people who would be like, you need to not be working so much. You need to be at home with your kids. And I'm like, my kids are at their nana's and they are perfectly fine playing with their friends. They are not missing nothing. I live 3 minutes from this lady. Like, they're not missing nothing. It bothers you because you're used to people overextending themselves to
Mm-hmm.
be to have minimal rewards. But
Mm.
I'm overextending myself to have a maximum reward. So they didn't get it, and that was okay. That was okay with me. But now they get it because I built a 6-figure company, and I only sell balloons. I don't sell anything else. I only sell balloon decor, and I don't even really
Wow.
sell a lot of like corporate decor. I
Wow.
I mean, not corporate, organic, which is like those large, it's like a bunch of size balloon stuff. I pretty much have built a business off the what we call classic decor, things, columns and bouquets and arches. I can do all those cool, fancy things, but the bread and butter of my business is actually a very standard service. It's
I
not
love it.
all luxurious and lavish, Instagram worthy photos all the time.
I love it. I love it.
And that that's worked for me, and it has sparked, like, I think my children recognize, like, okay, well, she gave up a lot, but it was for us, because now my son's 6 years old, but he wants to be an entrepreneur. He wants to have a lemonade stand, and he understands, like, okay, it's gonna take hard work, and I'm gonna have to know money. He can count to 100. He's 6.
I
And he
love
can
it.
add, he can subtract, so you can't play with his money because he
Okay, because
knows.
baby, if you don't know nothing else, you better know that money.
He knows his money. So if the lemonade costs $5, you give him a 10. He know you get 5 back. But if you gave him $4, that wasn't enough.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love for parents to push entrepreneurships with the kids. I look at if my mother would have saw the little talent, that I display and would have fed into that and, you know, provided things for me to grow and get better where I would be. So I'm really big on trying them out. Like I'm talking to my kids. I'm like, y'all can have your own business. Y'all don't have to do all the extra stuff. Like you can actually
Right.
be well off before you be 18,
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes like they get it and I think they get the concept or they watch me and I just can't wait for mine to pay off so they can say like,
Right.
see, like, okay, it
I
does
get it.
work. Like I understand why
Mm-hmm.
she was doing this. Now it makes sense. And okay, I can do this. Because my kids, they can draw. So I'm like, you can work on that. Like you can sell stuff. Like my little ones, they want to sell their pictures. I'm like, okay, well, we just got to put on the right paper, and you got to
Mm-hmm.
make sure it's a certain way or whatnot. So they're getting it. They got the concept. Like one of my kids, well, actually two of them want to do YouTube. So I'm like, okay, we getting there. So I'm definitely pushing. entrepreneurship for the kids,
Same, same,
for
and it'll
sure.
pay off. They're absorbing more than they're letting on, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
And kudos to you for pushing that because yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like our parents' generation and the generation before them, they pushed something that is cool for some people, but it doesn't stimulate the dreamers in
Mm.
society. It stimulates those who, yeah, you can go to work and you can work your 9 to 5, and that's great and that's fantastic because we need
Cause I'm about
those
to say
too.
I'm gonna need some employees. Okay,
Right, we need
everybody
those. So
can't be
there's
entrepreneurs.
right. Everybody can't be the boss. Like that's everybody can't be the boss. Everybody not cut out to be it because it's a lot that goes into it, and that is a okay. But for those of us who are cut out to be the boss, there was not a lot of stimulation for us
Yes.
because of our parents and the generation before them. So it is on us to kind of show the younger ones, yeah, you can go do that full time job someplace else, or you can start your own thing, and either one is perfectly an acceptable option. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think my son will be an entrepreneur. I think my daughter probably won't. And that's perfectly fine because she can
Mm-hmm.
go do whatever. If she wants to go, she can do whatever. It doesn't really matter to me as long as she does something that she finds joy in and isn't just doing it because she wants to get paid.
Yes, because that joy, baby, you operate and work different when you like what you do.
Absolutely.
You'll be at this
Absolutely.
job like, yeah, I'm up here 14 hours, but I love what I do,
I
so
love it
it
though.
don't do nothing.
Exactly. Like those people you meet and they're like, yeah, I've been at this job for 20 years. And you might be fresh coming in and you're like, "Hey, I could never be at this job for 20 years." But it's because they love whatever
Mm-hmm.
it is that they're doing at that job. And that's okay. They don't never got to get another job. That's fine. Do the thing you love to do, even if that thing seems minimal to
Mm-hmm.
somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because our job, besides whatever our mission, our life goal, our life mission that God gave us, our job is to be happy. Like we have
Mm-hmm.
to be happy. So many times, like we're looking for other people to make us happy and other things. No, do what makes you happy. Live your
Mm-hmm.
life for you. Because in
Absolutely.
every time you try to please someone else, you're just gonna make yourself miserable. And I'm not
Exactly.
for people being miserable for anybody. Like
Exactly.
I'm not.
Definitely not.
So, with that being said, give our guests some a tip or two. Like, what would be before we do that? I need them to look at the bottom of the screen because I need them to know. I need y'all to know this. Whatever it is you're trying to do, whatever it is you want to do, whatever you're going through, I just want you to know that you are equipped. You are able to manage it. You are able to get through it, and you already survived your worst day already. So, with that being said, I just need y'all to look at the bottom of the screen so y'all can see this, and I need you to understand that. And I need you really, really to embed that in you. I need you to say this when you're sad. I need you to say it when you're mad. I need you to say it when you're happy. I need you to say it even when you don't feel like saying it, even when you don't believe it. I need you to take out you and put I. So on the count of three, we're gonna say I got this, and we're gonna say it like we mean it. Even if you don't mean it, I need you to say it like you mean it. 1, 2, 3. I got
I
this.
got this.
Okay, we're gonna say it one more
This.
time because I think y'all kind of, sort of,
I don't think they
something.
heard us.
But
I
we,
don't
we
think they
gonna
was really with us. We're
I
gonna say
don't
it
think they was
again.
with us either. So we're gonna say it one more time, and I need y'all to say it like you really, really mean it. Like yo, life depend upon it. Like if it was $1,000 on that other side, not $1,000, $1,000,000 on that other side of the door.
Thousand
Okay,
two. If you need 1,000,
I'll
hey,
take a
that's
free
fine
thousand
too.
too. Okay. But we're gonna make it juicy for you. Like it's $1,000,000 on that other side of the door. And you gotta convince me that you really believe it. Even if you don't believe it, you gotta convince me that you believe it. So on the count of three, we're gonna say it one more time. 1, 2, 3. I got this.
I got this.
Okay, I think y'all got it now. I think y'all got this. I want y'all to remember that you got this. I want you to know that you got this. I want you to understand that you got this. And I want you to tell someone else that they got this too. I want you to pay attention to people around you. And I want you to let them know that they do have this. No matter what, they have this. Uh, uh, uh. So give us a tip or two that can help someone. It could be a business tip, it could be a personal tip, a spiritual tip, it could be whatever tip you want. Give us a tip.
Let's see. So my, it's not really a tip, But it is something to remember always that everything you need is already inside of you. It is nowhere else. It is already inside of you. You have to just get in there and get it out. And once you get it
Mm.
out, everything will follow. It does not matter if you're down to your last dollar. Believe in your heart that tomorrow you will be richer, and you will.
I love it. That is a great tip. And if y'all never heard that tip before, y'all better understand that. And y'all better hold on to that tip because that is one of the greatest tips ever. Everything you need is definitely inside of you. Everything that you want is inside of you. Everything that you want to be is inside of you. You just have to pull it out. It may be deep down in it. You may have to move some stuff out the way. Clear out that closet a little bit. You know, like when you were little and your mama tell you clean up and you might have, go ahead, throw everything in the
Put
closet.
everything in there.
Like she not gonna open that door, and you hoping that today is the day that she don't feel like opening that door. We opening that door. We're opening that door. Stuff is falling out. We're moving stuff out. We kicking stuff out, and we putting stuff back that needs to be in there, and we're having it organized. So that's the same thing. Everything you need is literally inside of you. If you had a vision, if you had a thought that you can do something great, if you had an idea that, hey, you know what, I really want better for myself, guess what? Because you already thought it, that means you are
It's
able,
already
you
there.
are capable to have it.
Yes, ma'am.
God has
Nine
already
times
let
out
you
of
know
10.
that it's yours. You just got to do the work. Now, the problem is we don't be wanting to do the work. We don't want to do the work. But, you know, it was a song I was listening to the other day. He said, they say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the problems then. Because if you want to get more money, you're going to have to face different challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's challenge is different. But you're going to face challenges. It's not easy. It's not a walk through the park. It's not like, hey, yes, yes, yes. But it's definitely worth it. And you said you done built a 6-figure business. So I think, I don't know. You let me know if I'm wrong. But I think whatever you went through was worth it. Let me know if I'm wrong.
I mean, there were some things I would be like, wish I didn't go through that. But everything always ends the way it's supposed to. So
But
it
if
ain't
you
no
had
point in
to,
dwelling over
if
what
there's no
happened
way
before.
around it and you had to do it, would you change it? Like if that didn't happen, you would not get your 6 figures from your business. Would you still go ahead and bite that bullet?
Yeah. If it landed me where I'm at now, where I intend to be, yeah. But what I can say is history does not repeat itself over here unless it's good history. So things that I went through, yeah, they made me stronger, but they also made me better equipped to avoid them
Mm,
in the future.
that right there is all about your perspective of things. Because we all gonna go through something, and what she went through, what was her fight, what was her battle, is not gonna be my fight, my battle. But we all have something that we like, yeah, if I could take that back, that I will take back and not go through that at all. But because I know I went through that, and because I know I ended up here, and then I'm still going to elevate even more, I'll take it. I'll take it. No, I don't want it because of course, I want it easy. Like, who wouldn't want it easy? Like, I'll take the easy route if I could and still
Mm-hmm.
get where I'm at or beyond. But knowing that certain trials and tribulations we got to go through in order to get where we want, in order to be the person that we want. She couldn't have her $100,000 if she didn't go through certain things because she wasn't ready in whatever, however God had to prepare her to be able to make certain decisions, to be able not to make certain decisions, to be able to say, hey, I see you from a mile away. Nope. Uh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
I already got fooled
Yeah.
once. Not gonna happen. Some of us, we
Mm-hmm.
gotta go through stuff multiple times,
Yeah, it might take a minute for
multiple
that matrix to
seasons. We
click in
gotta look
there.
back like, you know what? This year time
I
was
was doing this last
terrible.
year.
I was doing. Wait a minute. I had this issue last year. Wait a minute. Hold on. So what am I doing wrong? And and a lot of times, y'all, it's never the big part where things just blew up and like say you get evicted, it's never that, oh, it's the eviction part that was the problem. Oh, it was that. No, it was little steps, little things that you were doing or not doing during that time that led up to that. It was just like you start off with a little ball of snow and you just start rolling it all across the grass where it's snow at. And it's just a big old yard of snow. You just rolling it. What you think gonna happen? It's gonna come a big old snowball. Eventually that big snowball is going to be able to do a bigger damage. And of course you're going to notice the big damage, but you wasn't noticing when you was rolling that snowball around and it was collecting stuff and it was knocking little stuff out the way and knocking little stuff out the way until, oh no, it's not this whole thing down. Mm-hmm. So just know that whatever you're going through is to build you, is to equip you. You don't know how strong you are until you are forced to be strong.
Absolutely.
You don't know how many weights you can lift until you pick up that first weight and say, okay, this is a little easy. Then you know what? You pick it up like, okay, let me pick up this next one. You didn't know you could pick up that one. It looked heavy. It looked too heavy to pick up. But you was able to pick it up. You might not be able to pick it up and curl it the way you wanted to, but because you kept exercising, you kept working on it, and you kept failing and getting back up and trying again, eventually you were able to do it. And that's really what it is. You just can't quit. You fail. Yeah, we gotta fail. You gotta fail in order to be great. That's just a given. You're not gonna just do something one time and be like, oh, I'm perfect. Oh, I got it. She didn't just be like, oh, I made this balloon. The first time I'm just building these big old arches and no, she had to figure out what worked. She had to figure out which one of her techniques worked. She had to figure out, okay, I gotta change the size of this balloon. I can't make this balloon the same size as this balloon because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna fit. She had to figure that out. It was trial and error. I don't know how long it took her, but she had to fail a few times. She had to be like, that balloon ain't right. That look a little, I don't know. That sounded look like he might be on something. I don't know. But eventually, she got to the point where it's bringing her good business. It's putting her in places that she may not have thought she was going to be. And that's the same thing with you. Like, you don't know how God is going to bless you. You don't know who he going to connect you with. You may think like, oh, you got to do all these things in order to do something. But he like, no, I'm really just waiting on you to get out there and try it.
Do it.
Yeah. Like, because I really got it lined up. I got somebody lined up that's going to help you. I got somebody that's going to bring you here. I got somebody that's going to hire you for this job. And yeah, I know you're not the top one, but I got somebody who's going to give you this opportunity that's going to get you out there. And then somebody else going to give you the opportunity. And guess what? You may not be the best one, but you keep practicing. You keep getting these opportunities. It's going to build your confidence. It's going to build your clientele. And then you'll be able to keep going. But you won't get there if you quit. You won't get there if you quit. That's the only time you truly fail is if you quit. So I want y'all to remember that. I need you to remember you got this. If you would like to be on the show, if you will say, hey, I got a business or I'm a creative and I want to interview, I want to come on, you want to come on a podcast, you can email me at nybm35.com, at info@nybm35.com. Or if you catch me on social media, just DM me and say, hey, let's chat. We'll talk, see what you do. I'll, check out your page, see what's going on. And we got you. We got you. I need you to tell the people one time for the one time where they going to find you at, how they get in contact with you. They want to do business with you. How do they do business with you? Do you got a physical location? Is it all... Tell them what's going on. Tell them the information. It's going to run right there too, but tell them.
Right down there. But if you want to come and see me, if you're ever in Indianapolis, you can come see me inside Circle Center Mall, which is downtown Indy, located at 49 West Maryland Street. You can follow me online under Art House Balloon Company on Facebook and Instagram. You can also find me on LinkedIn under Rye Vaughn. You can not add me on Facebook because I do not accept strangers, but I am on there. If you want to see my profile, it's under Rye Vaughn, but no, I will not add you because I do not add strangers on there. But if you would like to see what I do, if you want to learn more about um, the upcoming big balloon bills that I'll be on, definitely follow me on Instagram. I tend to post a lot more livelier content on there, and it's just a grand old time. So just follow me on there. Comment on there where you saw me and let me and Ebony know that you watched this podcast, so that we can kind of keep track of who's checking us out.
Yes, yes, y'all see, y'all see. Now let me ask you this: are you able to ship stuff like ship balloon arches? Is that possible?
To ship
Oh,
an arch, no. But I have shipped those smaller partygram arrangements before, and they arrived perfectly fine. So it is a possibility, yeah.
y'all see that, y'all? You might be able to get something ordered and get
Get
it
it?
here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Speaking of
Right.
Valentine's Day, do you have a special going on, or what can they expect?
Yes, so for Valentine's Day this year, we'll be doing our annual Valentine's Day partygrams, which start at $55. They make an amazing centerpiece for your Day of Love celebrations. We also do our bouquets of roses that are all made out of balloons, which are always fun. You can get those in a box. You can buy them on a single stem. You can get them shipped
Ooh.
somewhere. We could try it. Let me know. Let's try it. You know, it never hurts to try.
Oh, she said the rose bouquet made out
Yes.
of out of balloons, y'all.
And they are huge. So that's always a big seller, because they are big. They're like from about 3 foot tall. They are big roses.
Oh my God, I have
They
to.
just
You
make a
got some on your
statement.
page?
Yeah, I got some on there. Check it
I'm gonna
out.
have to see because that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
check it
pretty
out.
dope. Oh, okay, okay,
And other
y'all.
stuff, I'm always adding new things. If I see something I like it, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna add this to Valentine's Day. So you never know. You gotta follow me on Instagram so you can stay up to date with it. So you can see exactly what promotions we're offering this year.
Okay, follow her on Instagram. Y'all got the information. It's right there on that screen. Right there, right there. I need y'all to write that down, take a picture of it, screenshot it, whatever you got to do. Make sure you follow her. Make sure when you order, make sure you say, "Hey, I seen you on the podcast, Minding Your Business
Mhm.
Mondays." And yeah, I just want to let you know that I watched it and I want to buy $10,000 worth of stuff. I just say.
Okay. I want to put you in a commercial. That's what I want to hear. Tell me when to put me in the back of your commercial.
She said she
That's
want to
what I
be in a
want.
commercial, y'all. So if you got a business and you need some balloons
Call
and you
me.
got to shoot a commercial,
Call me.
she the
There you
person.
go.
She the
There
person to
you
go
go.
to.
And I travel. So don't think just because I'm in
Yes.
Indiana that I won't come to you. I 100% travel. So just
Yeah, she
contact
travel.
me. Let me know your budget. I fly out to you. We'll get it together.
And she travel. She travel, yo. I mean, I don't know too many balloon people that travel. They like this is my little city, this is my little area. This is what we doing. We travel. She travel. You got the money, she coming.
Period. That's what it is.
You got
That's
the
it. That's
money, she
all.
coming. Okay? And make sure y'all keep in contact with her. Make sure you are following me on IG at MYBM35, on Facebook, Minding Your Business Mondays. I also have a Facebook group, Minding Your Business Mondays. That's a closed group. That's just for the entrepreneurs, selective few. We promote, we share little things in there and we motivate, but that's closed off. I gotta rock with you a
Mhm.
little bit. But you could go ahead and try sending a request and I'll check you out. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me. Don't add me as a friend because I'm not adding. But you can follow me on Facebook at Ebony JJ because they wouldn't let me just leave the J. But you can follow me. Don't try to add me as a friend because I'm not. I'm in the process of going through that friends list and like unfriending people. But you could definitely follow me. If you need somebody to do your TikToks, your reels, holla at me. I'm your girl. I can do that for you because you like, hey, I know I need to be on Instagram. I know I need to be active, but I don't want to be like the person doing it. I got you. Just tell me what you want, and I got you. Follow me on TikTok at I underscore inspired 35. I underscore three underscore. What did I say? I
Inspire
underscore inspired 35, y'all. See, I'm not minding your business. Guess what? I'm not editing this out. Y'all gonna catch the blooper in the interview.
Hey, that's what it is. It's real people, real life.
Real life. So right now, we're going to vibe out to Rosemary Bay. First of all, shout out to Rosemary Bay. She gave me the intro song. She allowed me to use her song. Make sure y'all go check out the whole song because that was not the whole song. That song gets me hyped all the time. It's your year anytime. Like, I know I gave her a lot of views on that one because, like, I be playing it, rewinding it, playing it, start back over, playing it. Like, it's a dope song. Like, you could really input yourself in there and know that it's your year. Anytime could be your year. You know, you just gotta believe it. But now we gonna ride out because we try to be booked and busy. So our ending song, because we're gonna end it with being booked and busy by Rosemary Bay. So we just gonna vibe on out so y'all can hang with us to the end of the song and we just gonna vibe on out. That's it. That's just what we're gonna do. We're gonna vibe out. So vibe out with us. Thank you so much for coming on. I hope to have you on again. And maybe the next time you'll be telling me like, girl, did you see my commercial? I'm in a whole commercial. Did you see me?
Beat that.
Did you see me? I'm like, girl, yeah, I did see you, girl. But, you know, I think it's probably going to be a few commercials by the end. But, you know, we out there.
The universe, and it's going to come to me.
Because that's all it is. We're not taking nothing else.
Period. That's it.
That's all.
That's my next level. That's where I'm going.
That's it. So thank you again. Hope you can vibe out with me. We're going to vibe out, and then we're just going to exit when we're ready. So whenever you're ready to exit, you can exit. But we're going to vibe out for a little bit. This is Rosemary Bay with Book and Busy, y'all.
New life, up and out the bed before dawn. Hit her knees, said a prayer on the sun. Wake the kids to their favorite song. Oh man, thinks she does no wrong. She got a brand new lifestyle. Made a wrong turn, but she finally got it right now. Standing on a rock, she ain't even gotta fight now. Walking in the light, so her future's looking bright now. I can't forget about you. Time to put in work, you do what you do. Raising your kids so you're going to school. Got the word up on your shoulders and you make it look cool. And girl, I'm proud of you. Who knew you had all that side of you? You keep it 100, and I ride with you. We gon' live our best life till our time is up. Girl, around the world, want you to know you're beautiful. Oh girl, around the world, let them know you're about to blow, you're about to blow up. She booked and busy, booked and busy. Got plans all over the city. Itinerary make you dizzy. When you see that girl, better know she pretty and gritty. She booked and busy. Got plans all over the city. Itinerary make you dizzy. When you see that girl, better know she pretty and gritty. To grow up, I had to grow up. And once I growed up, I got my know up. Then came to glow up. Now that I glowed up, watch me blow up. Now I can do this with my eyes closed. Tiptoe through the snakes, that's a lot of foes. Walking in God's favor, that's a lot of dough. Say a prayer for my haters, that's a lot of growth. New life, who this? Come around me, better be about your biz. When you come around me, better be about your chill. I survive too much, man, it is what it is. Is you coming or not? Don't need a lot, girl, just bring what you got. We gotta cook while the fire is hot. Time is just beating, and we ain't gon' stop. Girl, around the world, no time to waste. Let's start today. Oh girl, around the world, your time has come. if you're the you're the only one. If you don't do it, then it ain't getting done.